A book that made a profound impact on my life is Brone Ware's book entitled The 5 Regrets of the Dying. Brone Ware was a palliative care nurse, and in counseling people who were on their deathbed, she compiled a list of the top 5 regrets that that her patients were consistently articulating. The top regret was, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself rather than a life other people expected of me. And it hit me. How often do we all do that? You know, people have taken courses, gone into programs at university because it was the expectations that were laid out by their parents. Or how often do we appear one way because of that's how society would appreciate, or its expectations placed on us, let's say, by our religious organizations. So that was the first regret. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself rather than one based on other people's expectations of me. The second regret that she said was consistently voiced by men was, I wish I had not worked so hard. Yet again, we live in a culture that seems to praise, applaud people who put in 90 to 100 hours a week at work. We call it a passion, dedication, drive, and we think that maybe that's the way to be. The third regret that was commonly articulated was, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings more. Yet again, how often do we avoid saying how we truly feel for fear of rejection, fear of the feedback we'd get? The fourth regret voiced by these patients who were dying was, I wish I'd kept in touch with my friends. Well, now with social media, it's much easier to keep in touch with friends. But when I look at the posts and what people are doing, where they're going, what they're eating, you often wonder, we're keeping in touch in some way, but how deep do those connections really go? And the fifth regret articulated by the terminally ill, commonly articulated by the terminally ill, were, I wish I had given myself permission to feel happier. And that one really surprised me. But I guess so many of us feel we need to allow ourselves to feel happy. My question to you is, do you have any regrets? And if you do, what can you do right now, moving forward? What can you do to meet those needs behind those regrets? What can you do to start to achieve, or maybe what can you do to walk towards or achieve in your life so that at the end of the day you have no regrets? I'm Jennifer Thompson with Compelling 365.